Hello everyone, welcome to one more video here in the channel. If you are new here, just to put you in the picture, this is a channel that I talk exclusively about aviation and about aviation English, all the topics related to that. I have been producing videos talking about the pilot, especially the pilot training and how we can succeed during our training, and giving a lot of tips, teaching the ones who are in this process now, doing the private pilot license or commercial pilot license. Nowadays I'm a commercial pilot, but I brought this topic here to the channel because I promised it before. If you watched any of the previous video, you'll notice that I talk about the cabin crew life and this job as well. I started my career in aviation working as a cabin crew. I faced many recruitment process before I get my first job. It was around 5 or 6 recruitment, and then in the 6 or 7, I'm not so sure now, but then I finally got hired for an international airline where I managed to fly for around 3 years plus, and I visited more than 50 countries, and I managed to save some money, and that's how I had money to do all my pilot training, which is really expensive. Luckily, I had this chance to fly in an international airline because I'm from Brazil, and here the salary of the cabin crew is not so good, and also the cost of life we have here is very expensive, so I don't believe I would be able to save this amount of money in a very short time as I did. And this is going to be the first video talking about the cabin crew life and the flight attendant life and the recruitment process and everything. And I hope you enjoyed, and if you like this kind of subject about aviation, if you are a professional, if you want to join this career, or if you are an aviation enthusiastic, you can follow this channel because it's going to be fulfilled of good information for you. I'll try to make this video today as simple as possible, and we go straight forward to the 3 tips for the ones who want to be a cabin crew. Especially nowadays, the aviation is in a very good moment, and I'm pretty sure there are lots of opportunities for everybody. So I will leave these 3 tips, and the next videos for sure I will make more tips. And if you have any doubt about the cabin crew life, if you are thinking about to be a flight attendant, if you are thinking to be, if you like this, if you are curious about this lifestyle, about the salary, whatever is your doubt, just leave it below, and I'm gonna check it out and try to answer as soon as possible. And if I see it's a common doubt for everybody or for the most of the people, I'm going to make a video exclusively to discuss this doubt. Regardless, if you just stopped in this video and you have no idea of what a cabin crew is, what about the cabin crew life is, or you never thought about aviation before, you just got curious about this video, it's going to be the same information for the ones who are trying already to join in this career. So this video is going to be for both of them, for the ones who never thought about it before and are curious about that, or the ones who are already trying. The first thing you need to think, that's going to be our first tip for today, you need to be focused on your CV. When I talk about that, it's because aviation is a very specific way to work, and the airlines, they are going to pick the ones based on the CV and which information can you put in your CV to grab their attention and to be at least called for some interview. It's going to be all your experience related to customer service, so put that in mind. In my personal experience, I have worked since I was 14 years old, and I joined aviation with 23 years old. It means that I had a lot of experience in different kinds of job before I joined aviation. I had worked in a restaurant, I had worked with the computer science, I had my own business with the marketing, related to marketing and publicity. Anyway, I had different kinds of experience. When I was doing my CV to join an airline to try to get their attention, I just filtered the informations on my CV and I put only 3 experience. I had around 10 experience working and I filtered it and I put only 3 of them. And all of this experience that I put in my CV was related to customer service. The time I worked in a hotel, and when I was working in a restaurant, and one more job that I was working with the sales and specifically with the customer service. So that's what they want. They want people who have this experience and people who want and the people who enjoy to work with the public. You are going to be inside the cabin in around 40,000 feet, dealing with the passengers from different culture, different language, and different expectation. So you have to be able to deal with the situation. They're going to be really interested on you once you have this experience. Try to make your CV as simple as possible. For them, when they received a lot of CVs, they can check your CV. Mine is only 1 page, although I have lots of experience working, and I still make my CV really simple and I filter the most important information. For the ones who grab it from the human resource in the company, they can clearly see that I'm focused to enter aviation. And for the ones who dream to be a cabin crew, let's say you are working hard already to trying to join any airline. What you can do is you grab jobs and you start looking for jobs before your career in the aviation, for jobs who gives you this kind of experience. Let's say you are working in an office now, you are in front of the computer all day. It's not something that are going to grab their attention if you put in your CV. What I recommend is just go and look for a job that you have the customer experience and customer relations. You can build it up and then later on you can put in your CV, and for sure they will consider that. And talking about aviation, in my case, I was trying to, during my first 5 recruitment process, I was trying to be recruited in an airline here in Brazil, in my country, my hometown, and I was not successful. So what I did, I started to learn English really bad. I started learning and be focused on the English, and then I would be able to send my CV out of the country and to be seen by the airlines around the world. That's when I found out these airlines in the Middle East. Guys, seriously, I'm not working for any airline in the Middle East now. I'm just giving my personal opinion in this video. According to my experience, I decided to make this video also to clarify some information, because I have lots of friends, they ask me, how did you go there, and what do you need to do? You need a college degree, you need a master degree. What did you do to be hired from this airline, this huge airline, and travel around the world like this and getting paid a good salary for that? So how did you do that? I mean, this information that for me it was so simple and so easy to answer. For the people who are seeing me traveling around the world, for them it was really difficult to understand. And what I can tell you, why I'm recommending this to you, because they just need you to have the customer experience and the English. That's it. You don't need to have a college degree, you don't need to have a master, PhD, or whatever you think it is. You just have to have this positive thinking and a good relation with people. You like to deal with people, you are ready to have this challenge, and that's it. So I'm not here promoting them or telling you that they're going to be the best or they're the worst, nothing like that. The one thing I just realized, if you want to join this career and if you want to travel around the world, if you want to get hired from some of them, you need to go where the opportunities are. That's it, as simple as that. If the opportunities it's across the world and you really want to do this thing because you are tired, you are bored in your job, no money, or whatever your situation is right now, you just have to go and look for where the chances are. Considering that, I'm going to show to you how to apply to them in a simple way. So the first airline that hires a lot of people around the world, regardless of which corner in the world you are right now, you can come here, simply come here to this website and apply. I'm going to leave this link below. You can check all the information here by itself. I'm not going to everything, but basically you see they are going to do in April, even here in Brazil they are coming. São Paulo, open day 30 of March. This open day here everybody can attend. You don't need even to do something. I think you have to just fill some paper before and send to them, and just to inform you are going, something like this. It's a great opportunity for the ones who don't know what to do, or just tired of your life, or whatever it is. I'm just leaving it for you, and then you have the chance to join an airline, travel around the world, and getting very nicely paid for it. The first one is going to be here, the Emirates. They hire a lot of people and they're always searching for new candidates. The second one here is Qatar Airways. That's the airline I worked for. I stayed there 3 years. I traveled like for more than 50 countries. I get my money to do my pilot training and to live my life comfortably for quite some time. And I highly recommend you, if you are searching for a cabin crew job, that's definitely one airline that I recommend for you, because according to my personal experience, I can tell you that. The same as Emirates, you just can come here. I'm going to leave the link below and you can grab all the information you need. If you have something else that you didn't find here and you want to know, comment below and I'll try to answer it as quick as possible. The third one is the Etihad Airways. They are all in the same, more or less, I can say, in the same area in the Middle East, so they are nearby each other. It's like 30 to 40 minutes flying from each country. Abu Dhabi and Emirates is in Dubai, and Qatar Airways is in Doha, Qatar. All different countries. Etihad and Emirates, they are in the UAE. But anyway, there are 3 different airlines. They compete among each other, but the 3 of them are, I think they are nice to work, and they have pretty much the same salary and they're pretty much the same lifestyle. So I think that all of them are going to be really nice for you. You can apply for the 3 at the same time. There is no problem. You can come here, check all the informations you need. Any doubt, just comment below, and I'm going to leave the link for Etihad Airways career as well. And the third thing I'm going to leave for you, the tip for you today, is definitely the English. Guys, if you want to join an airline like this, or any airline in the world, even here in Brazil, if I want to join airline, you have to have an English. There is no excuse for that. They really need people who speak English in the cabin. Imagine you are in the cabin traveling to somewhere else around the world, another corner of the world, and you have passengers from everywhere. You have the cabin crew. In this case here, in these 3 airlines I just showed to you, English is going to be your main language. And the good news is, just with English you can do whatever they need. You can deal with all kinds of situations. If you are dealing with the Chinese passenger, if you are dealing with the US American passenger, or coming to Brazil, you can use your English as well. Not so much, but yes, if you don't speak Portuguese, what can you do? You can deal with the passengers in English. There is no problem with that. If you go to Japan, it's going to be the same. Australia or Asia, everywhere they fly to, you can deal with the situation in English, and it's going to be more than enough. And that's another reason I think it's a good way. That's a good reason for me that you can apply for an airline. It's because you just need to have this English and customer experience, nothing else. You will see many of your friends, they have college, they have PhD and everything, and they cannot travel even once a year, and they don't get even half of your salary. So the third tip is going to be English. And what can I tell you about English? As you can see, I'm not a native speaker. I speak Portuguese as my mother tongue, and I managed to learn English. When I was hired from Qatar Airways, if you ask me, did you think you will have a nice English or you are prepared? I still nowadays, even after this long experience, only speak English. I don't think my English is the best. And imagine 3 years, imagine the 1 year before I joined the company, my English was not perfect. It was far from it. It was far from being perfect. And I decided to face this challenge. it's okay if you, yeah, of course you have to have English, but if you don't think your English is that perfect, you just have to study a little bit more. And if you get hired, don't be afraid, just to go, and you are going to improve your English a lot there. You are gonna have many situations that there is no other thing you can do unless speaking English. You have passengers from everywhere, and your colleagues, they don't speak your language as well, and the only thing you are going to do is speaking English. And that's how you are going to learn, that's how you are going to improve and get confident to do that. So I highly recommend you just study, try to apply from some airlines. If you have other airlines, it's fine, you can put here in the comment below as well if you have another chance that you know in China or in Asia or whatever it is. I'm just recommending these three because I lived there and I know they hire a lot of people and they always need new people coming. And as I told you before, I don't work for them, I don't have any contract with them, I'm independent guy. I'm just giving my information, my opinion according to my experience, and that's it. Nowadays I'm a pilot, I don't work as a cabin crew anymore, but I think it's really nice and important to help the other people out. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just leaving you the information. That is, I'm not selling anything to you, I'm not gonna get any commission. I wish I had, but no, I'm not. And that's it, guys. If you like the video, you wanna follow up my videos here in English, or about aviation, about the cabin crew life, about some curiosity. If you are thinking to do your pilot training like me, I flew as a cabin crew for 3 years saving money, and then finally I left the company to become a pilot. So if you have any doubt how I did that, how I can do, if you have this if you have something you want to know, if you are curious about my story, or you want to know something different that I'm not telling here in the video, don't hesitate, just put your comment below. I'm gonna give you attention as quick as possible. Thank you, guys. If you already fly, safe flight everyone. If you wish to fly, I wish all the best and good luck in your recruitment process.